Oh boy. This is gonna be wild. So those who aren't aware, hi. You feel okay? You've been under that rock for a few years. Everybody was really worried about you, and this bit sucks. We're not doing it. Anyway, for those that didn't catch Bungie's reveal stream on the 9th, they showed off a bunch of very, very cool things about the final shape, and I am going to talk about what I saw right now. So, before we get into funny shit, Luke Smith made an appearance. Many people, myself included, thought he wasn't on the Destiny team anymore and was working on other projects. Like, I personally thought he was on Marathon, but I guess that was wrong. So that's really, really cool. He said that it's not the end of Destiny 2, and then he said, nor is it the end of Destiny and Beyond, or whatever. The way that he was talking about it seemed to indicate that we're getting more than just Destiny 2 in a, maybe there's another video game coming kind of way. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too far into it, but I hope so. So, fuck it. Dude, pure speculation, but a Destiny Beyond Destiny 2 would be very cool in my opinion. I kind of feel like we need a hard reset, and based on what they just showed off is coming in the final shape, if we don't end up with a hard reset, I feel like there's going to be a whole lot of problems to deal with that nobody wants them to address. Alright, so on the content that wasn't just Luke Smith showing up and saying, hey, I'm still here, we immediately got a gameplay segment. Keen-eyed viewers may notice the different fucking colored abilities on the HUD. Yos. Look at that. In the corner. Yeah. What? My initial reaction was, oh, this is just a dev tool to show off a bunch of interactions, and we're just going to be seeing different things interact with one player, basically. It's not. We're getting a mix and match subclass called Prismatic.
About 10 minutes after I recorded this, Bungie put out a blog post about the actual specifics that Prismatic is going to get access to. It's not as insane as everybody was speculating, and that's nice. I'm very happy that they seem to be siding along the lines of, okay, so Hunter is all about mobility and moving around and keeping things going. Titan is about CC into big punches, and Warlock is about summoning minions to help you do other things. Like having a core identity to that subclass and pulling things from other subclasses that contribute to that core identity, I think is a really, really good decision. I'm happy it's not as absurd as I was fearing / hoping, but I also think that there's no way this is all we get, if that makes sense. This is something that has the potential to completely break things open, in a good way, for the future of a different video game, or of the same video game with a hard reset. I'm gonna link the actual, charts and shit of what each class can get. I just wanted to address the fact that I might have been a little, oh god, this is limitless everything, and talk about how 10 minutes after I fucking recorded that, they put something out saying, well, that's actually a little more reserved than you'd think. And power creep is a concern. So, just wanted to address that. Thanks.
Yeah. Melee abilities, grenades, aspects, fragments, supers, class abilities, even movement options, like blink or triple jump or whatever, mix and match. Mix and match, dude. What? Side note, before I get too deep into Prismatic, if you notice, you've got buffs on the left, debuffs on the right, and active effects on guns on the bottom, like reconstruction, or just anything that would be active on the weapon itself is on the bottom. I love that they're moving those into different spots. I'm a little concerned that we've been so trained to look at the left of the screen for everything that people aren't going to see the right of the screen all that much as a result. And part of this kind of makes me feel like having a full-on HUD editor would be a really cool idea, but I know that that's probably not going to happen, especially in a game like this. Like, a shooter, having a full HUD editor is a little weird and probably not the best thing to do. This isn't an MMO. Well, this isn't a full-on MMO like WoW where you can drag and drop everything around the place. This isn't like Smite where you can do the same because Smite's like that, right? Like, this is a shooter first. This is MMO light, so I would love a HUD editor, a full-on HUD editor, but I don't think it's ever coming. Anyway, back to Prismatic. So they're calling it an advanced subclass, and yeah, that's definitely the fucking case. It's getting more fragment slots compared to the other subclasses, which is just fucking okay. There's that pink bar under the super that fills up by dealing light and dark damage. Like the left will fill up from light, the right will fill up with dark. And once they're both full, you do this cool-ass animation and you get a damage buff that they said stacks with others. Okay. And it refills your grenade of melee energy. Oh, it also gives you a combo grenade unique to your class. So, like, Hunters are getting a Stasis and Solar one, Titans are getting an Arc and Strand, and Warlocks are getting a Stasis and Void one. More information is available in the blog post that I'm going to link down below. Very cool, actually. Like, unironically, really fucking cool.
It feels a little game-breaking, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, really? A little? Just a bit? A little fucking game-breaking. Y'all remember when I was complaining about power creep with the Hammerhead? Yeah, that Blood Elf was a naive baby, because we're not even close to done yet. This isn't it. There's still more to come. Oh my god. We're also getting exotic class items that have 2 exotic armor perks, potentially from other classes. I don't know, you could get Syntheseps and Ophidian on a Hunter. You can get Assassin's Cal and Astrocyte on a Titan. The potential is virtually limitless. Now, there might be some key ones that we don't know about, or there might be ones that aren't there, or are explicitly not there for whatever reason, right? But, it's 2 exotic effects on 1 item. Now, it doesn't look like it's the full exotic effect. For example, the Ophidian that we saw was just the quick draw effect, not the reload speed increase. But a lot of exotic armors tend to have multiple effects anyway, and not everybody's using them for all of those effects at one time. 2 exotic effects from other classes on your class. Holy shit. Holy shit, dude. Power creep. Power creep. Power creep's a problem. Power creep's a problem. Power creep's a problem. Unsure if they can be transmogged. I hope so, because readability is already getting killed anyway, and usually like, yeah, we don't want to be able to transmog exotic armor or weapons like into other things necessarily, because then they become hard to read of what they are. So we have this ornament system. That way there's like 3 or 4 different versions that a exotic armor piece can look. That way when you look at a player, you know exactly what you're going to be fighting and what they can do. But if they're going to let you have random exotic effects, I feel like this should be able to be fully transmogged, because readability is already dead anyway. I am very concerned. I'm also very excited. The potential of all of these things is insane. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do, but I am very much looking forward to making new crazy builds. It's gonna be a lot of fucking fun. I'm gonna backwards dodge into a grapple grenade into a blink just because I hopefully can do that. Just because I think it'd be fun to have all those buttons get pressed. Like, Strand already is like high quote-unquote APM. You're doing a lot of different button inputs, get like really cool effects. Right? I'm hoping that this is more of that, where it rewards how difficult it is to execute something with like really, really fun gameplay loop or a lot of very effective combat potential. So that's it for player power. Let's talk enemy. So for the first time since the Taken King, we're getting a new enemy faction called the Dread. They're very Witness and Pyramid Ship aesthetic looking enemies. We actually fought one before, the Tormentor. Tormentor was a member of the Dread. They're really... If that's like the first enemy that we fight, I'm very excited for the rest of them, because the Tormentors, while they were annoying at times, and fighting them when you're dealing with a bunch of other stuff is annoying in a small crit spot, and you have to play a certain way and whatever, the fact that they force you to have to play a certain way I think is a lot of fucking fun. It's very cool. I like making choices. This is really cool. You got flyers, you got melees, you got exploding enemies, you got rushdown, you got big boys. Like there's a lot, and I don't know if they listed everything or showed everything, but at least they showed off as like concept art and stuff. I'm very, very excited. I cannot stress how much the fact that there is a new enemy faction impresses me, and genuinely blew me away. This is crazy. Nobody thought that we were ever going to get a new enemy faction until a new game showed up. This is wild. Now, there's some bullshit like, oh, it's the same skeleton as... I don't care. Like, 2 of them are scions, essentially, like the scion skeleton, and they've been changed into being this stuff. I don't care. That's cool as fuck. Fuck you if you think that's a problem. This shit's so cool. Holy shit. I am so excited. I really... And I know that Bungie's really good at this, but I really hope. And I don't think this is going to be a problem, but I based on what we've seen so far... It seems like each enemy feels different to fight in the traditional Bungie way. Like, the faction's going to have its own unique, okay, so I'm fighting this kind of enemy, right? Kind of feeling, right? Like, the Hive feel a little bit, like, more fragile, but they're also, like, chunkier. You got, the Fallen are more elusive, right? Like, each enemy has its own specific feeling to fighting them, and I'm very excited for how these are going to feel. Based on what we've seen, they look like they're going to have a unique feel as well. That I won't be able to pinpoint until I actually play it, obviously, but this is just speculation. I'm very excited. It also seems like they're going to be really readable. I was a little concerned when I saw the initial, way that the enemies looked. Granted, they weren't moving, so, animations are a big part of that readability with enemies, but I was a little concerned that the pyramid aesthetic kind of blends together a little bit in an intentional way almost, that it wasn't going to be as easy to see what was going on here. But I think that they have nailed that based on what we've seen in a way. Like I said, everything I say here just has to be, oh, this is speculation, because we're not going to fucking know until June. I am very excited to get my shit kicked in. And I, honest to God, hope they fuck my dad on lower difficulties, especially to compensate for the massive boost in power we're going to get from Prismatic. I hope these run me dry. I hope they piss me off and they make me want to die, and I hope this shit is difficult. I really do. It won't be. It fucking won't be. Man, I would love if this shit challenged me on day one. Not even in the Legend campaign, just in general. I want to be challenged again. So overall thoughts. I promise that I am feeling good about all the new stuff we were shown. I know that I'm about to sound really down on everything because of the way that I talk and how I'm embellishing this, but I promise you, I am excited for the future of Destiny. The enemy faction was not something I expected, I already mentioned that. Prismatic seems like the perfect custom Guardian that everybody thought about way back when, but I genuinely hope this is a lead up to a hard reset in a Destiny 3 or Infinite Destiny or something, because this is going to break so many things. It really just kills readability in PvP, which is not a priority to a lot of people, I understand that. But it exacerbates the power creep problem. And it seems to remove what I consider a cool part of video games. Choice. To the average person, you might be thinking, that sounds backwards. Blood Elf, what do you mean? We were just given every option available at the same time. How is that the removal of choice? I don't mean choice in choosing what buttons to put on your character, or what color to make things, or what buttons you can even press in what order, right? I don't mean choice in that sense. I mean choice in sacrifices. I mean choice in the give and take of buildcraft. Yes, we have all of it. Yes, we can pick and choose what we use. There is no choice in everything. I like making choices. I like making sacrifices. I like having to lean into a specific kind of playstyle and having to play with that puzzle. I am concerned that Prismatic is going to remove the puzzle entirely. But like I said, I am still very positive on all of this. I am very bullish on the future of Destiny. I am very, very excited to see where things go. This is the best I've felt about this in a very long time. Now granted, like I said in the other video, I haven't really felt awful about it. And like I said before, that the last stream didn't move the needle for me. I'm glad that other people have had that needle move for them, but the last stream didn't make it really change for me. This one cranked it all the way to the fucking moon. This feels awesome. I'm so excited about the future. There's so much potential here. Look, it's a lot of spinning plates in the sky, and Bungie hasn't had the best track record when it comes to a lot of these things, but as much as I hate crunch culture, as much as we all shit on horrible work-life balance and the industry is a fucking nightmare, Bungie, when backed into a corner, has kind of proven that they've been able to catch all the plates and then do backflips with them without breaking any, so This is a bit of a drawn-out analogy. I hope what I'm saying is coming across well. I'm very impressed with what Bungie was able to do so far. Even if it's not polished, I don't care. This looks fun as hell. Just give me player-owned housing, Bungie, please. I'll spend $20 on silver for a house. Like, this is ESO. Please let me fish and decorate my house and hang out and put Oryx's head on a wall, show off fashion and weapons. Please, anything. I beg you. I just want this game to go full MMO. I just want to fucking live in this world, Bungie. Please. Please, even if I'm just fucking Warframe walking around my ship, let me do it. I don't need anything crazy. Just let me fucking do it. I will spend real money. I will waste my wallet. I will make poor financial decisions. Let me live in this world like it's an actual MMO and not just MMO light. Please, I beg you. I beg. Anyway, what are y'all thinking? You excited for the future like I am? You think I'm an idiot? Think I'm wrong? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day.